Today I'm here to commemorate my grandpa, Richard Dick Swisher, and the impact that he had on my life and many others. When I first heard about this speech and the topic, I immediately knew who I was going to do it on. My grandpa, Richard, he has made friends everywhere he's been, and he also shared his wisdom in the form of stories just from his experiences over his life. He unfortunately passed away about a year and a half ago, but he did live his life to the fullest, and I hope that I can live even just half the life that he lived. He served in the military for 32 years. He was a missionary and traveled around the world, and also he was a core member of my family. And here is a picture of him with his wife, Marlene. So, being drafted in the military was probably the first influential part of his life that started that. In 1953, he got 2 Valentine's Day, one from his wife Marlene, and then one from Dwight D. Eisenhower, saying that he was enlisted to the armed forces. He first started off as a first-class helicopter mechanic at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and then after that he became an artilleryman in the Army Reserves. Later on, he was sent to Germany just before retrieving his first sergeant at a petroleum unit, and then he was presented with the Meritorious Service Medal, which is the highest honor you can get without being in combat. So his years of service helped inspire my dad and his 2 brothers to go into the service as well for the Army. And then later on, my brother as well as my cousin joined the Army as well. And in total, with everybody in the military, our whole family has served over 150 years. So he was definitely a major standpoint in that, and for our family to serve our country. Once he retired from the military, he set forth to spread the word of God. Richard had always said that the next generation is our legacy, and so he started working with the teenagers at his church's youth group. He would share his life lessons and wisdom, and which stuck with them for many years. Actually, at his funeral, there was a couple of them that expressed just how much of an impact that he specifically had on their lives, and just made them the people that they are today. And working with them also led him to go to 19 foreign countries on his mission trips. A couple of them were his top favorites: the Czech Republic, Ireland, Israel, Argentina, Greece, Brazil, France, Paraguay, and many more. He definitely always expressed that his favorite place he went was Prague, which is in the Czech Republic. And even though he was retired, he still, got to travel the world. He got to experience many more places and influence many different people around the world, which continues to inspire me as well. I would like to do that at some point in my life too. And even though through all of his adventures, Richard's heart was always at home. When I remember a while back, I asked him what was the hardest thing being away from home, and his one response was Marlene, which is his wife, pictured here as well. They had been together since they were 14 years old, and pretty much every day he always raved about just how much that they loved each other and how much he cared about her a lot. So that was really nice to have in my life, just growing up, just to have that good representation of what love should be, and I hope to find that in the future at some point for myself. And he also was there to talk to me just about anything, giving advice without criticism. So it was just a very comfortable area to be whenever he was around. So it was really nice to have that in my life. And he also helped coach my cross-country team in middle school, where he pushed me to do my best, to never give up. I remember one specific race, it was really muddy. I think I was just having a really bad day, but I remember him sitting me down and saying, don't worry about all that, don't let it get to you, just focus on what you need to get done and do it. So he's been really influential in my life that way as well. And then he always had said to value 3 main things: your family, your faith, and your country, which I tend to do in his honor as he has passed away and as I continue to work on. So in conclusion, my grandpa, Richard Swisher, lived an inspiring life. He worked hard to serve his country. He impacted many lives around the world, and he has inspired me to live my life to the fullest. Thank you.
Very interesting.